Hi guys, welcome back to another Daily Tarot card. These are your Daily Tarot cards for Tuesday, July 7th, 2020. A great day for manifestations, 0707, synchronistic numbers. You could sit there, and this is a great time to sit there and set your intentions. The full moon is all about manifestations and flourishing. I'm just going to pull my chart here. Flourish, bloom, harvest, gratitude, reap rewards. Especially with Saturn, they brought Saturn to my attention that, with the Saturn retrograde, all of your karma coming back to you. So one thing that I found that has been working with me is actually hanging onto the candle before I light it, asking specifically what I need from the universe at that point in time, and then lighting the candle and releasing what I asked for into the universe and allowing that timing to bring it back to me. And it's worked twice. So one has already come to fruition. The other one is in the works. So if this feels like something that resonates with you, feel free to do so. Some people actually write what they want on the candle for their manifestations and light it during this time. Some people sit there and write down what they need or to purge in a way of everything they want to release, going into this cycle of, going down to the waning moon to release this. And then, start the new cycle afresh with the new moon coming up on the 21st. You could also, myself, I use like little fortune cookie size pieces of paper to release things. So people, environments, addictions, whatever you feel you need to release at this time, going into the next, new cycle of the moon give that time to remove it from your life. And when you start your new cycle, starting afresh. Just make sure you're very safe and careful while doing so. Keep some water nearby just in case. Make sure you're not near anything flammable. Some people will actually dig a hole in the ground and set it on fire in the hole and then bury the ashes, or actually just put the papers in the hole, bury the papers and let the earth disintegrate it. It's totally up to you what you feel resonates with you and how you want to release into the universe. So we're starting off with the animal tarot cards. I know I say this about every deck, but animals are especially important in my life. We have renewal. I love this raccoon family. They're in their sanctuary and safety of their home. It's a time to get clarity about your life purpose and make change so that you're on the path most divinely suited for you. Forgive what has been without judgment and fearlessly embrace what's to come. It's just the lighting with it makes it a little harder to read. So I apologize, guys, but this is a great. Anyone that could sit there and actually, with their whole heart, say that they honestly forgave a situation, a person, an environment, and able to move past that. Honest to God, my hat goes off to you. I find it so hard to forgive. It's like I released the situation, but it's like to actually forgive someone that has wronged me is really, really hard for me. I'm just, I would be a hypocrite if I sat there, oh yes, forgiveness is key. No. It's easier to sit there and actually utter the words to forgive and forget than actually the action. And actions speak louder than words. So with the raccoon, personal transformation, reevaluation. Life's renews and making changes. I feel like the whole world, the earth is in a renewal. You know what I mean? Pendulum swung one dramatic way. We're still, in the middle of that. And it's like once this pandemic is done, it'll swing back the other way. Letting go of the past, curiosity, and problem solving. Raccoons represent themselves when we're taking inventory of our life. You know where you've been, and you know where you are. The question then becomes, where are you going? Getting clarity about your life purpose and making important changes will ensure you're on the path most divinely suited for you. It may be time to let go of your current way of life or even of certain people whose values no longer match your spiritual calling. Forgive what has been and embrace what is to come without judgment. Raccoons are full of adorable curiosity and inner intelligence, and they exhibit fierce loyalty to others in their group. They're also very good at problem solving, extremely adaptable, and always ready to explore life, which makes them a perfect symbol of exploration of what's next to come in your life. So, like they said, they're easy for adaptability. So it's like we may see that we want something in our future. So maybe this is a family and marriage, but maybe the road that you take to get there may not be what you are fixed on. So, one situation they're bringing up for me is when I was a surrogate, knowing how many people I helped, because unfortunately the couple that I was trying to help were able to do that on their own. So they had sought out medical intervention to do so. So that's what they're saying. Don't be fixated on, X, Y, and Z is going to happen, and this is what they're just saying. That, yes, that is what you want in the future, and just let that be it. Don't set any limitations on there, and this is exactly what's going to happen, And it's just just be, like they said, free with it, and let it take its course. How it's supposed to come into your life will happen. So the next we have the four winter koala. Honest to God, Australia has a special place in my heart. I don't know why. I've just been always drawn to Australia. Australia, koalas, and kangaroos. So we have the koala card here. Thirdly, thinking things through before making a decision. Continually to overanalyze isn't going to get you any closer to your resolution, but meditation and prayer will bring the answers you seek. So that, again, don't be fixated on a certain situation. As Deborah Silverman has taught us, when we're making a decision and you're very emotionally charged about it, we've seen this play out on certain platforms. I'm not going to elaborate, but it's like the emotional rawness is still there, and they make the decision to basically poo-poo it out on social media and not caring what the outcome will be and the fallout will be, or maybe they are and this is all calculated, I don't know, but it's like you got to be very careful, you got to wait until all the emotions are out of it. Once all the emotions are out of it and you can honestly say, I could sit there and say everything I'm going to say even when all the emotions are in it, it's like, it's easier to utter words, and they're weapons. They say it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission, but I don't know. It's just a lot of things distracting us from more important things going on around the earth. Koala, time to rest and take a vacation. Clarity that comes from meditation and reflection. Wisely putting off making a decision until later. Not every decision needs to be made right away. Sometimes it's best to take the time to really think things through. This card encourages you to consider using meditation as a tool to allow the right answers to come to you. So I speak a lot of this when I'm doing a reading for someone, a personal reading, or even myself. When we sit there and we pray, we are having a conversation with God or whoever you believe in, the divine spirits, angels, whatever you believe in, and when we meditate, we're sitting there allowing those answers to come to us. When we're in those sleep-wake states, when we're asleep and we're like turning over, and all of a sudden we hear an answer. Because they're saying, she's listening now, he's listening now, they're listening now. They're open to what the answers are. This is the time they need to hear that answer. Because maybe you're in such a desperate situation and you need to answer then. So it's very important to pay attention to your dreams. I was doing a reading for someone and I saw an image of something. I was like, what the heck is this? So I thought maybe it represented a certain period of time. And then when you actually look up the meaning of it, I was like, wow, that actually meant something else. And it was just like, you never know what Spirit is trying to deliver to you. So if you're able to wake yourself up and write it down on your pad of paper of what you've seen, so you're able to look it up when you're more awake and more open to understanding, and, kind of see how that plays in your life. If it doesn't resonate at that time, keep it there until, maybe something in the future. That's what they were trying to tell me. You might benefit you to take some time off, go on vacation, just spending peaceful time in nature. Continuously overanalyzing the situation isn't going to get you any closer to the situation than you already are. I'm thankful for my best friend. I call her my kindred spirit because I honestly, anytime I have a situation where it's like I need to take the emotions out of this and I need a sound judgment and I need a truthful judgment, what she gives me. She gives me a sound, truthful judgment. And it's like, I respect what she's going to say. So it's like when I can't take my emotions out of a situation, like they're saying, and to make a decision, it's like I allow to myself, I sit there and I say, this is what's going on. And I know that, her information is divinely guided because sure enough, it'll play out in cards. It'll like in here for a winter, or it'll play out in when I do my devotion and I read a passage in the Bible and it's like, okay, exactly what she just said to me. Koalas are naturally very, sedated and slow moving. They sleep up to 20 hours a day due to their unusual slow metabolism. So this card also indicates a need to get more rest. Their sleepy lives symbolize the dream and the magical messages that arise during your non-waking hours. This, in turn, is a metaphor for the answers that come to you through meditation. So some people are like, oh, I can't stand meditation. I can't sit there and, it's like, it really is a discipline to sit there and like let your mind wander for the first 5 minutes and then, get into the actual meditation. And it's like the more that you practice it, the less that craziness of your mind happens. It's like the less and less because they're like, oh, it's time to listen now. It's time to turn off our mind. It's time to listen now. But it honestly, it's like, it's something, it's crazy that when you come out of it, because your hearing and everything is gone, your sight and everything is gone. So we're pulling from the Archangel's Oracle cards. Hello from heaven. I feel like this is for the person that I just read for tonight. Your loved one in heaven is doing fine. Let go of worry and feel their loving blessings. So a lot of us sit there and it's like, oh, I'm lonely. I'm alone. And society says if you're alone, you're a loser. That's our shadow self that comes out. Because that's what we see on television and everything else. If you're the loner at school, and it's like you're probably the most spiritually guided person in that whole school. You're probably surrounded by spirit more than anyone will ever know. Remember who you are. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. So even if you're not so loved in this, human experience, you're a spirit. You're a spirit having a human experience. So know that your spirit is very loved. Even if you don't feel so loved in the human experience. Just know that, this human experience is just a blip in time. It's temporary. And when it's their time to say that it's our time, not ours, when they say it's our time, and you see the other side of things, you'll realize how loved you are. Prosperity. Your material needs are provided for as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. This is totally going for someone that I read for tonight, but it's just like, damn. Sometimes we're scared. That fear is in our path because we're afraid we won't be able to provide for our family or have the life that we are so accustomed to living. And because when you start a new chapter in your life, I dropped the card. I'm just not trying to drop the camera. I've been bad for that last week. When you start a new adventure, a new chapter in your life, it's like you're starting afresh. Unless you're collaborating with someone and they already have the following that you need to make money. And it's like, it's scary. So, but it's just like, it's your passion. So don't allow, your fear to stand in the way of your passion. I am bringing you information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. So this is from the divine. This is from above. This is showing you that what you're doing, this new venture that you want to go on to, you are going to be financially sound. And the information and the tools of what you need to do to get that prosperity that you need, the financial aspect of things, and also what you're trying to accomplish, your passion, is divinely guided. You'll be taken care of in this situation. It may not be able to live like how you live now, maybe eating at home more and not buying such luxurious things, but you will get to that point because you have a cornucopia. So this is from the divine. This cornucopia, see how full it is? It's just rushing full of how much, spirit has your back. One sec. I dropped the card again. 1 second. So our last card is angel therapy. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. So allow the angels to take your fear. So if your fear is starting off this new business, starting off this new venture, they're saying, give it to us angels. Like I was saying, what is holding you back? So maybe it's fear. You could set it on fire and say, universe, remove this fear out of my path so I'm able to pursue my career. I'm able to pursue my passion. I'm able to be where you want me to be. Because you know that the information and tools you need is from the divine. You know the prosperity. This cornucopia is from the divine. So keep following your passions. Follow your truth. I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Tuesday, July 7th, 2020. Have a good one, guys.